Now we need to create the objects and a room and get things moving. So I'm going to create a room first. I'm going to set the background to be black. So I'm going to click on backgrounds, choose colour and choose black. Okay, so that's going to be kind of my space. And now I'm going to create an object. I'm going to choose the sprite for the player. And I'm actually going to call it player. Now, in order to get the player moving, I need to add some events. So, by clicking on Add Event, I've got a load of options. Now, the one I'm really interested in is keyboard. So, when the keyboard has been pressed, and I've pressed the up key, what I wanted it to do is to move forward, to change its speed. Okay, so to do that, what I can do is I can go to Control, and I can drag this kind of square in called var. I'm then going to double click. I'm going to then click on where it says variable here. I'm going to type in the variable speed. I'm going to change it by 1 and click relative. So every single object has a series of variables which we can use. Okay, speed will change the speed of the object, and there are others which we're going to be looking at. Relative basically means that when it's pressed, rather than setting speed to be 1 and that's it, it's going to add 1 to it, so it's relative to itself. So it's going to add 1 every time the up is pressed. So we're going to click on OK, and I'm going to add event, keyboard and left, and this time I'm going to change direction. So again, I drag the var over, I type in direction, and this time I'm going to change it by 10. So when I press left, it's going to change direction by 10. And direction is kind of the angle it's going to go at, and it's measured in degrees. So it's going to change by 10 degrees. I'm going to then do add event and keyboard and do right. And I'm going to drag the var over and again type in direction and set this to be -10 this time, because it's going to go in the opposite direction. I'm then going to click on OK. I'm going to go to the room, and I'm going to add my player in the middle, like so. And obviously you can move about to wherever you want it to go. I'm then going to click on the tick, click and run, and see what happens. So it takes a little while to compile it, but as you can see, it's now on there. So I press up, you can see he's going forward. If I press left, you can see he's rotating. Now, at the moment it looks very, very odd, because although it's kind of going at angles and things like that, first of all, he's not slowing down. Secondly, he's not pointing in the right direction. So we've got two little problems we need to fix. The first one is very easy to fix. I'm going to show you how to slow him down. So I'm going to go back to the player, I'm going to click on Add Event, and I'm going to click on Create. Now the Create event is run once only, and this is when the player is created, when it first comes on the screen. And I'm going to use this little icon here called, no, sorry, wrong one, this one here, which is Set Friction. Now friction will automatically slow things down again. So I'm going to set the friction to be 0.1, quite a small one. I'm going to click on OK. And click on OK again, and now I'm going to run it, and hopefully you'll see the difference. So I'm going to accelerate it up a little bit. I'm going to let go of the keyboard. And you can see it slowly comes to a stop. Now the bigger I set friction, so it's set to 0.1 at the moment, the faster it will slow down. So it depends on how you want your game to play, will depend on what value you set. So you can always experiment, try it out, and see how you feel. You can obviously change how fast it goes forward as well when you press up. So you want it to go really quickly, really straight away. Then you can obviously change those numbers.